Hey friends, welcome back for another video. Today is going to be a fun one. I've got my coffee. I just went to Dutch Brothers. It's just an iced Americano, no sweetener, very, very light cream. So bold coffee taste. But today we are going to be unboxing the brand new summer box from FabFitFun. So thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. And once we get through the unboxing, then I'm going to be answering your guys' questions. It was time for another Q&A. I got a ton of questions on Instagram, some pretty personal ones too. So once we see what goodies are in here, then I'm going to jump right into answering your guys' questions. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed and that your bell notifications are on. But I've been dying to look inside this box because, as you guys know, my very first box that I got from FabFitFun was the spring one, and I love it. I wear that robe on the daily when I get ready. So I loved all the stuff that was in there. That scrub was amazing. I'm just like thinking back. So I'm really excited to see what is in here. But in fact, I do know what two of the things are that are in here, because something really cool about FabFitFun is that you can customize or choose basically between a few items. Now, some of the items in here still remain a mystery and a surprise, and so you're still getting to try new products and things that you wouldn't ordinarily try. But I love that you can pick out a few things. So I was able to do that, but I'm excited to like see them in person. So we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna open up the box and then I will answer your guys' questions. So it's a very fun summery box. Be sure to use the link below if you want to get yourself a FabFitFun box, because the discount is amazing on top of the value of what you're getting in here. I was skeptical at first, but I'm really telling you guys, like, the value of what comes in this box is beyond the cost by far. So I really love it. So it's all super cute in here. All wrapped up. You guys can see the sticker is still sealed, so I do not know everything that's in here. So I'm gonna rip it open. Okay, these were one of the things that I did choose out. They are from West Elm, which is owned by Pottery Barn, basically the same company. And it's a set of 3 indigo tie-dye bowls. They're like blue and white. How cute. You guys know that I just moved, and so when I saw these, I was like, these will be perfect. These are so cute, you guys. I'm gonna open them so you can see. These will be perfect to set in my, like, what's that stand I have called? A 3-tiered stand on the bottom, the little stackable bowls. So these are so cute. Now, that was one of the items that you could choose between that and something else. I can't remember what the something else was, but I obviously chose this, and I'm really happy I did because I love them. The next thing that's in my box is the Sutra Beauty Marble Blow Dryer in travel size. We are going to be doing a lot of traveling this summer, and I just thought, hey, it will not hurt to have a travel sized blow dryer. And it was something that I could actually use. I want to like see how small it is. It's really tiny. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. And it's a really, really cute little dryer. I feel like this is going to be a lot better quality than the ones that they put in the hotel rooms that automatically make your hair smell like it's on fire. So I'm really excited about that blow dryer. It also has the little attachments for diffusing if you needed to do that. So that is really awesome. Those were the 2 things that I was able to customize in my box. So now the rest is a surprise. So the next thing I have here are the Invisibobble, the traceless hair ring. I'm obsessed with these, you guys. I've tried them, but I got them from the dollar store, so I'm sure these are going to be great. There are 6 of them in here, And they're the rubber bands to put your hair up without leaving a mark. And I love these for working out because I'll sometimes straighten my hair, curl my hair, and then the very next day I go to the gym, and if I put in a ponytail, it's gonna ruin it, and I don't like to wash my hair more than like twice a week. So these things are a lifesaver. So I'm super happy to have them, and I love that they're like nude colors, so it'll work for all hair colors. You won't be able to see them. The next thing I have here is a full-size product. So that's the other thing that's really awesome about FabFitFun is you're not getting little samples that you add into like, you know, other places you might shop. You get full-size stuff. This is Hydrating Rose Facial Spray. Ooh, I am so on this facial. I want to smell this. I am so on this facial spray trend right now. I actually have been using a spray from Urban Decay as like my primer for my makeup. And it just feels so good and refreshing. So this is gonna be amazing. It says mist 4 to 5 sprays onto face before or after makeup. Reapply as needed throughout the day. So let's see. Let's smell it first. Okay, that smells really good. It's very light, slightly floral. And then you just feel like rejuvenated. Love this. That's awesome. And look at the bottle. It's not a travel sized amount. The next thing we have here is the Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. Ooh, from Generation Clay. I love face masks. I do a face mask at least once a week. I just love them. It's part of like my self-care for like the external portion of self-care. I love them. So I am so excited to try this brightening mask. It says it refines, brightens, and illuminates and nourishes. So it's looks really, really good. It's made in Australia. It's cruelty-free. Looks really awesome. So I'm super excited to try that. The next thing I have here in my box is the Living Proof Nourishing Styling Cream. Stops frizz and lightly conditions. This sounds amazing. Apply generously to clean damp hair from roots to ends and comb through and style as usual. So we got a little bottle of this. And I've seen this brand before, so I feel like it's a more high-end brand. It smells really good. Who can't use a little help with frizz? The next thing we've got here is the Dr. Rogers Restore Healing Balm. What is this for? Oh, for lips, nails, and skin to aid in healing. Wow, chapped lips, cuts, burns, sensitive skin, post-procedure skincare, beauty hacks, and baby ointment. Sounds like the cure-all, so I can't wait to try that. 2 more items in here, guys. Ooh, an exfoliating foot mask. So you can do a face mask and a foot mask. This one is Wish, and it's coconut milk and verbena exfoliating foot mask. Smooths and softens. Sounds wonderful. It says to use it at bedtime and awake with softer feet. And in the months where you're wearing sandals, your feet get dry, this sounds awesome to have. So I'm really excited about that. And again, a really good sized product for your box. I mean, this box is so worth it. I'm still so surprised at the items they put in here. And the last thing is Jennifer Zuner jewelry. There's something in here. Let's see what it is. Ooh, it's gold. Oh, that's so pretty. It's like a little star, kind of like this, but with little stars. That's totally my style. I love mixing metals. I wear my silver, my wedding ring with the gold. I just love it. So that is so cute. See the little stars on the back. And that's the other really awesome thing about this box is that if you ever got something you didn't like, you could easily just gift this to someone. So like having items like this on hand in your house is so nice because if there's something you don't like, you can just give it away and it's a really nice product. So my box is now empty. That was a super amazing box, you guys. Go use the links and get yourself the summer FabFitFun box. You will be so excited to receive some goodies at your doorstep for you or send one to a friend, a birthday, your mom, somebody somebody needs to get this box because it's really, really, really awesome. So now I'm ready to answer your questions. There were a lot of them, but let's go. So it is obviously a different day now. I ran out of battery and time to film the Q&A portion on the day that I filmed the unboxing. So now I am here to have some coffee with you guys. So hopefully you've got your cup of coffee. I love these Yeti mugs. And I just have half and half and some dark roast coffee, I think Pete's brand. And like I said at the beginning, or I don't know if I said it, there's new homes being constructed right outside my master bedroom. So if you hear construction sounds, that's what it is. But you guys sent in some amazing questions. So I've got a lot of questions. So I'm going to just jump right into them. We're all over the board here. We've got personal questions. We've got homeschooling questions. We've got workout questions. So we're just going to roll through it. I wrote them all down so I can answer them fast. All right, let's go. Natalie said, do my kids have good friends? I don't know. Does she mean like their behavior is good, or do they have like close friends? The answer to is yes to both though. I've always taught my kids that quality over quantity is what is important in friendships. And I am still teaching them that. And I am also teaching them still that our friends need to not lead us into bad situations. And so we need to choose our friends wisely. So the friends that my kids do have that they see on a regular basis are good friends in both of those categories. By the way, all of these questions came from Instagram. And if you guys aren't following me over there, it's always down below. So next time, if you have a question for me or whatever, you can catch it when it goes out there. Ashlee Noel said, what is in my kids' homeschooling binder? I did a video on that, so go watch that. So many people wanted to see that, so I finally just sat down and showed you guys. Bites of Memory asked me what surprised me most about homeschooling. I would say the thing that has surprised me the most about homeschooling is, well, there's a couple of things, but the first thing that comes to my mind is how much your children can learn in, I don't want to say how little time, but how much less time than when they're in public school. That always blows me away. She also asked, this is kind of funny, if I could magically make one unhealthy food healthy, what would it be? It's going to be a three-way tie between pizza, although I do have cauliflower pizza, so that is actually healthier. So they have found that. French fries and donuts. Those would be my three. Those would be my three things. I would love to make all those healthy. And I know they have healthier versions of all those things, but still. Someone said, how do I teach poetry? In the Good and the Beautiful, she said her child is having a hard time with that. I just follow the lesson. Poetry is one of those things that if your kids don't really enjoy it, it's kind of going to be hard. But I've got one kid that loves it and is actually really amazing at writing poetry, and then other ones that really struggle. So I just follow the lesson, and then I kind of feel them out of how they're doing. Teaching the terms like quatrain and these different words, those are just definitions. So I just kind of teach it that way. But for writing poetry, I kind of feel like you have to like it to be good at it, if that makes sense. So if your child's struggling, maybe it's just not something they enjoy at this age, and I would probably just kind of let it go, to be honest. Megan asked me, how many science experiments do we actually do? And I thought the actually part of that question was funny. I would say our science with the Good and the Beautiful is very, there's always something that you're making to demonstrate or whatever. So to me, I would classify that as a science experiment. If you're talking about like science fair experiments, like like the old school public school way of doing science fair. We've only done that one time in 5 years. But as for doing science experiments that go with our units, I always do them because my kids love them. Sometimes I'm not super stoked about it, but I do it for them. Someone asked me, did I have any reluctant writers when it came to my kids? Yes, I did. My daughter, my youngest, I would say was a reluctant writer. She just now at the age of 7 is starting to enjoy writing, and she expresses her joy of writing by writing all of her family members thank you notes, which is like the cutest and sweetest thing. We get, I love you, Mom. You're the best mom. Thank you for being a good mom. Her sister gets, you're the best sister. And she's so sweet. So she's emerging. My son, who is in 5th grade, his brain is not like mine. We are very, very opposite in personalities, very, very opposite in, like strengths of schooling. Like the things that I'm naturally better at are his weaknesses. So he's not the most wordy writer, and he's going to be in 6th grade. He just has a hard time like elaborating, and to be quite honest, I think it's just because he doesn't like it, because he has the vocabulary, because he talks. So those probably would be my 2 kids that are reluctant writers. And how did I help them through it? Just keep pushing. You know, they got to do it. I just encourage them. For my younger ones, I don't worry about spelling because I don't want to shoot their confidence down when they're just starting to take ideas from brain to paper. So if it's misspelled, I could care less. For my older son, I just remind him, you're going to have to write things, bud. You got to practice, you know, that type of thing. Lele asked me, how do I decide what subjects to do for what grade? I have a book that I bought when I first started homeschooling, and it's called Home Learning Year by Year or something. And it gives you the basic ideas of what kids should be learning at certain grade levels. I wanted something that wasn't put out by my school district, so I ordered that book. It's linked on Amazon, which is always down below, and that just helps me make sure that I'm covering all the things that I should be covering. Kelly asked, have I always homeschooled year-round? She's having a hard time convincing her daughter. No, I have not. My first 2 homeschooling years, I did a traditional 9-month school year. The past 2 years, I did a year-round homeschool schedule, and moving into our 5th year, we will be doing a year-round homeschooling schedule again. Cherith asked, how tall am I? I am 5'8" and a half. Yeah, so I think I'm on the taller side for a woman. Kirks05 asked, how was my transition to homeschooling? Did I second guess my decision? No, I didn't second guess my decision at that point. And our transition was pretty smooth, I would say. My kids were young, so that helped. And I took it really easy at the beginning, and I think that was one of the smartest things I ever did, although I didn't know that at the time. Donna asked me, which I was so happy to see your question, Donna. I know Donna in real life. She asked me about working out. Is it better to weight lift one section of your body at a time, or to do kind of like a total like upper body day versus breaking it down like back and biceps, chest and triceps? So better, we got to define that first. If you want your muscles to grow, it is better to break it down because you can't get as much volume, so as many sets and reps, and you can't get that muscle to complete an utter muscular failure, which you need to do if you want to see your strength grow and your muscle mass grow. So I would definitely say breaking down your body. kind of the way that I just did, chest and triceps, those muscles work together. So that's why that's a great pairing. Back and biceps is another great pairing because anytime you're utilizing your back, it's generally in a pulling motion. And so you're going to be utilizing your biceps. So those pair well together. Shoulders are kind of a standalone thing. Abs, good to pop in all the workouts. And then legs, you can kind of do your legs as a total thing. So that would be my recommendation. Jonna 515 asked me about discipline, like what are my discipline methods? I don't really talk a lot about disciplining on my channel because, it's super controversial and I don't want to deal with that nonsense. If I'm honest, actually, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about that I don't talk about because I don't want to deal with the drama that will come with me taking a stance on certain things. So I'm being super transparent and letting you guys know that there's certain things that I'm just not going to go into on my channel. Disciplining is one of them, although I will say my kids are older, so we don't do timeouts anymore. We do chores as punishment, additional chores. We do early bedtimes for punishment, and we have lots of privileges. Playing outside, going to friends' houses, things like that. Those work. Rolling Acres Farm asked, do I have any emotional eating tips? Yes, I do. I could do a whole video on that. Let me know if you guys want to see a whole video about emotional eating. I have not done a fitness video in the longest time. My tips for emotional eating are, number one, don't buy foods that you go to when you want to emotionally eat. Generally, people aren't going to emotionally eat broccoli. So, if you know that when you have a super stressful day, you're going to go straight for the dark chocolate, just don't buy the dark chocolate. Then it's not there. The second tip that I have for you is to distract yourself when you have had an emotional day or you're stressed out. Directing your attention elsewhere, meaning sometimes physically removing yourself from your kitchen or anywhere else that has food or a drive-through, different things like that. Just physically saying, I'm leaving now, and changing that. The third tip I have for you would be to exercise or get outside, go for a walk. If you just had an argument with your husband, go outside. Don't go into the pantry. The fourth thing is to pray. The fifth thing is to vocalize your emotions versus internalizing them, because a lot of emotional eating stems from coping with not speaking it out. So I'm going to answer one more. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video, you guys, because this one is getting way too long. So look out for that. But the last question I'm going to answer in this video is from S. Brownin 87. What planner do I use for life and homeschool? I use the Erin Condren Life Planner. I have tried other ones. Nothing compares in my opinion. I just love it and I use it for both of those things. So thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing and Q&A. If you asked me a question and I didn't answer it, I will answer it in part 2 because I'm going to answer all of the questions I got on Instagram, and I got over like 50 questions that were different. Even more were repetitive. So look out for part 2 of this Q&A. It will go up tomorrow, so you guys can check that out. But thank you for spending some of your time with me. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.